Today, we're going to see what we can do with one light source and one foam core, making some different looks. And joining me is the lovely Seema. Thank you very much for coming in.
My pleasure.
It's going to be easy. Let's go. Do all the things I would. Let's hold that just in front of you, right there. Cool. Take our first picture. What I love about using the rotolights is that I can actually see what's going on. Now if you look straight towards me, I have that same light, but I don't have to make you do that. You know what I mean?
Is it because of the light placement I have to keep my chin up?
Well, I'm trying to light your face evenly because I'm only using one light. So if the light is coming here, right, and your face is like that, that's not going to be
well lit.
Right. So if I lift your chin up a little bit, that plane becomes flat on flat. So at that point, I know that I'm going to get some amount of light on your face. So that to me is a really good starting point. I mean, you know, as well that it's even, it's not, I think your face is way more interesting. So I think we can afford a little bit later to go on to do some light, which is much more interesting and varying. But you got to start somewhere, right?
Okay.
So look, you see, I've done something sneaky now. You know what I've done? What's the difference? Like, not to freak you out, I started back here, right? But then as we're talking, you get more comfortable. I get closer and closer. But yeah, but you know what I mean? If I started like this, then you're like, wow. But so another thing to think about when you're photographing people is that, you know, don't try and make somebody feel uncomfortable in the beginning, but you know, work into it. There's something gorgeous that happens when you just lift your eyes up. That's it. That is so stunning. Wow. Beautiful. With this, it's just like it's the light, as I say, is maybe not what I would do, but I think using this light setup, we can still get a very interesting portrait with one light. And that's what I'm trying to show today. It's not about, you know, how many lights you use, it's about how well positioned your light is, if you're working with the person's face correctly, and if you're communicating to the person to make them relax and get that shot. So what I'm going to do here now is move it to about 45 degrees, which will create some drama. And also, depending on it, whether you look at the light, you're going to get more light on your face, and if you look away from the light, we'll get more shadow on that side. So it's kind of interesting, but straight out from there, wow. But you see how your face can totally handle the drama, and all of a sudden we're creating shape, and you know, so this is kind of number 2 with one light, and there's enough wrap that it's just kind of wrapping around, so it's not going that fully dark. To me, this is probably where, you know, if we weren't doing what we were doing, was where I would have started. I would have never done that first light with you.
Yeah.
But this is, to me, is much more interesting and really beautiful.
Thank you.
So now we got the feel of this. Let's do one that will show if you're actually facing into the light, and like really look up into the light and really feel that light. That's stunning, great. But that's really, you know, showing that. But we have enough shadow to actually to make that work. But now if you look completely the other way, you'll see the difference on this. Beautiful. So we really see the shape happening there, which is really pretty as well. So that's drama. And then if we go one stage further and bring it even further this way, we're going to get the same thing but a little more effect. So just we'll start dead straight on. Oh, it's so beautiful. Now, because I've moved that light so far away, we're getting a little dark.
Ooh.
But what I don't like about it is I don't have the light in your eye, so I'm just going to lower it a little bit just to make sure I can catch it in your eye. That's it. See, that wasn't in your eye there. But here, oh, that's much better. Wow. So here now we have more drama, but we have that beautiful light in your eye. In the first few minutes is kind of working out what angles you, I mean, I don't have to do much with you because all angles work for you, but working out what angles really look good and then really playing with that to make sure that, I mean, compositionally and everything, to me, that is just super.
That's
really,
amazing.
really nice.
That's just one light.
One light.
Yeah.
And then what else we can do with one light and a foam core is if we just turn the foam core around. Alright, so we made this switch to white, but what's kind of nice about using a foam core and having one light is that if I take a picture here, wow, I like white too. Okay, that white is gone grey.
Yeah, it's gone grey.
So, you know, what's really pretty about that is if you're looking for a grey background as well as a white background,
this is how you can achieve.
This is how you can achieve it without, you know, going nuts on grey paper. And then if I just slide it all the way to the front, to right beside you here, take the same photo. Now we're almost at like a clean white. So you can go from that grey to white just by moving it.
You just move it closer?
Yeah, move it closer, it's going to get more light. Therefore it's going to go white the further away it is. But if you've got 2 or 3 or 4 lights on set, you sometimes like, Christ, that's hitting the background, this is hitting the background. So the simplicity of having one light and still to be able to achieve that. And all of a sudden, you see how creative we've got just with one light and a change, right? So,
oh my gosh.
I think that is stunning. I mean, I love black and white more, but it's kind of like black and white is, I find black and white easier because there's no right or wrong, right? It's like you look at color, you go, well, that tone's wrong, and there's like something you have to compare it to. With black and white, it's like, it's completely your interpretation. The other nice thing that you can do for a portrait is, if you move your actually let me move this light forward. If you like put your legs back up on the thing there, and then just lean forward into me comfortably. Keep your chin up a little tiny bit, there we go. What I really like having people lean forward a little bit is it creates a separation between the plane of your face and your clothing. So if you're using a camera that has aperture and you want to have like more fall off and you want everybody to focus on the face, then this isn't sharp anymore because it's on a different plane. So all of a sudden you've got super, super sharp eyes, but all this beginning here is beginning to fall off, and that gives it more dimension. And then what we can add to this, right, is like we're still at that kind of light which is not shaping too much, it's just flat. But now if we move the light to the side, we'll get even more of a dramatic feel against the white with that high key look, which I think is really pretty. There you go there. Yeah, that's stunning. So all of a sudden we're getting that same, but that's a really dramatic portrait, right? And that's using that same thing, but the contrast there. So it's, you know what I mean? It's just little subtle changes in what you're doing with the light and you and the backdrop makes a huge. So that's pretty much right overhead, which is really interesting for your face.
Yeah.
God bless you trying it on somebody who's not looks like you, but
What does it do? What is it?
we'll
what is
show you.
happening?
It's going to really accentuate certain of your features. Chin up that little bit. Chin down a tiny bit. There we go. You may have to adjust the exposure.
Whoa. Whoa. That's
Right.
so cool.
So that is just, you know, using the light from straight ahead, just another way. And there's enough light bouncing on the back
Yeah.
that it gives that grey. That's a really, really cool image.
Really cool.
Is that a cool image, Jake?
Yeah.
What I've done is I've changed the beauty to the soft dish, and I've gone for a grid, which is a much harsher light, to see if we can even get this a little harsher. See right
Yeah.
there how we've hardened up that shadow a bit, and all of a sudden it's just taken
Yeah.
on a whole new
I see that.
thing. That's
Much
stunning.
sharper.
Stunning. Beautiful. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, look at these. That's it. Beautiful. Eyes, there we go. That's it, that's it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's the one. I like that Hamm placement.
I found my light, I found my portrait.
That's
That is
a
just
good- that's a good
phenomenal.
one. That's a good one.
One light.
That's
Well,
good.
and you, obviously, but
Yeah.
fantastic. Listen, one light, one piece of cardboard, and SEMA, and you can start to make portraits that are really pretty. And we will see you next time. SEMA, what is your Instagram if people want to follow you and stuff?
My Instagram is Sema_name. Say my name.
Say my name.
Say my name.
I get it.
Underscore.
That's good.
Yeah.
Why don't I have a say my name?
You're not at school.
Okay, see you next time. Bye.